Okay, welcome to Lobo Den Podcast. It's Valentine's Day. Guess what we have? Brennan Scott Weaver from episode 416, 27, 42 of the Lobo Den Podcast. We actually got both. We both got relationships right around the same time. You know, you guys have been a hoe for a long time, and I have a girlfriend now. So we both had our issues with substances. We overwork to avoid the idle hand that makes us go crazy off the rails. I'm Mexican. He's half Mexican. He's the only child. So he works a bunch of crazy jobs. He talks about, I talk about my girl watching me pee. Yeah. Some gay corn that Monsanto was making, some patents for these vibrators he was looking up, about how he used to steal cigarettes to buy weed, how I quit smoking cigarettes because of Jewel. People outside of Illinois don't know Jewel. It's the greatest supermarket in the world. But anyways, check out his podcast, Be We Podcast, if you want to record a podcast. James Webb, the People of Comedy Studio, great producer, broken laptop guy on IG. Follow the Patreon. I got new solo dens coming out. One soon with my girl Jess. We'll probably talk some sex stuff. But oh yeah, at the Lobo Den Podcast, IG, follow, tell a friend, subscribe, support the Patreon, Lobo Den.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. It's the Lobo Den.
Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz.
You got
I'm
it
the
right
host. I
this
got it right
time.
this time. I got it right this time. To my left is my producer, James Webb, for the People of
fuck it
Comedy
up?
Studio.
What happened?
I say I'm your guest.
Every
Yeah,
other
okay.
show.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You're
I'm
like, I'm Giovanni Diaz.
I don't fuck up my name. No, well, this is what happened. This is my, hold on. This is my guest, Brennan Scott Weaver, from, I wrote this down, episode 416, 27 to 42 of the Lobo Den Podcast.
Nice.
You're one of the OG guests. But no,
Yeah.
I'm going to jump right into this then, because you just said I fucked up my name. Okay, I don't, but this is what happened the other day, right? I was at a restaurant. Maybe a day or two, I was with my niece, and now the listeners know I don't know. They're not cut up. What's out right now? I don't have a girlfriend on the episode, but on social media they know.
Okay.
But the episode that's out now, if they listen to it, I'm just like,
Wait, you're still together though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're
But-
okay.
But the current episode that's out right now,
They don't know.
no, it's like I met her and I'm like, oh, she's cool, and I think it's the week before I hang out with the crazy girl. The
This is
next
too
week.
much inside baseball. I think.
Inside. Anyways, so
What?
Yeah. Just
Go on. I'm with you. We're all with you. We're all with you on this one.
So then we're at a restaurant. It's me, her, and my niece, and then the guy, and there's the what is this? Not the chef. It's a little dive, whatever. The cook, right?
Yeah.
The cook comes out. She knows the cook, and he was like, "Oh, who's this?" You know, like, "Oh, this is my boyfriend." And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm Giovanni," and I'm like, "This is my," and I look at my niece, and I'm like, "This is my niece." Like I said it with a question mark, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, what do you mean? And the thing is, so my niece was wearing it. She forgot her jacket. So my girlfriend let her borrow her jacket, which is oversized.
Yeah.
So now there's like, she's usually there with her son. Her son wasn't there. So it's just me and her. And the guy follows her on Facebook. So he knows we just got back from Florida. And so it's like, we just got back from Florida. There's a girl that I claim to be my question mark niece. And then she's wearing it over. It looked really bad. It looked very, is it what, child trafficking, right? Pizzagate or whatever it's called nowadays.
Wayfair Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayfair Pizza. They could do a
Wayfair Pizza.
Yeah, they should just do a bang.
I don't even know. I just see the queue and I'm like, I don't know. I always just say I just
the
go.
queue
I
now?
know that letter. I use it very rarely. You know, that's about it. That's all I know
The
about it.
queue.
And I don't even give a shit about politics anymore.
Yeah. But look, this is the thing. It's like I was telling her, I'm not a stupid person, but I'm very absent-minded sometimes. Look, when I walked in today, I walked in with my wet shoes and walked all over James' places right now.
Yes, you
without
did.
even thinking about it, right? So I had to tell her, like, you got to give me like specific instructions, because it's like I don't mean bad, but it's like I sometimes just don't know. If I'm just told, I'm like, oh yeah. Like I don't know. Up here, there's certain things I don't think about. So I kind of like told her that you got to treat me like I'm stupid. And then I'll be guided in the right direction.
I kind of say because it's weird that we both kind of entered into a new relationship at the same time. We're like syncing, kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like as close as we're gonna get. You know, unless like we have to go to the bathroom at the same time. I don't know. But I can hold it.
We are syncing. Oh, like syncing periods. Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me. I want to download the app.
Yeah, write that down.
Well, because I always wanted to know when women around me, my mom, anybody I'd be talking to romantically had their period, so I can know when to brace for like their They start running their mouth. Not running their mouth. I know they get emotional, right? Look, the period you bleed for like what 5 or 7 days or something
It's
like
a
that.
lot.
Yeah,
They make apps for it that they can.
yeah. When I download the app and I want to
Yeah.
ask like, hey, when was? Oh, you started spotting, and I put in my app that way.
Isn't
I know.
there like a male malstration? Did I say that right?
Malstration. What is? I don't.
How do you say it right? What's the word?
Just
You talking about sympathy pains? Is that what you're talking about?
No. It's like don't guys have like a period? Like
Oh,
an
like
actual
like
period?
PMS?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay.
Do we not? Hold
I
on.
don't know.
No.
You guys believe
You
Pizzagate, but you don't believe
have-
that.
no.
Well, Pizzagate's real.
Yeah, but no. But the point is, I want to do that. I got to write that down because I want to know. Because I'd be times I'd be talking to like a lady, and I'm like, why are they yelling at me, or why do they see more and more? And I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, you're on your period,
Yeah.
but you can't say, oh, are you on your period? Then they get upset. I was like, oh, it's because blah blah blah, and then sometimes you're wrong, and it's like, oh, you're just a cunt. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
how have you been, Brennan?
I've been pretty good. Pretty good. That's I took out my trash the other day.
Oh,
I had 4 garbage bags that I've been leaving on the outside in the communal area, and I was finally a good enough person to take it out.
did you fix your window yet? You have a window. I started listening. I didn't listen to the whole thing because I've been
Oh my!
on low sleep with Ben. I like that
no,
Ben guy.
So you know? Oh, thank you. Yeah, Ben is a great guy. With this, you listen to DZ?
I didn't finish it. I was trying to catch up
3
today.
hours, 3.5
I know, but
hours.
I'm like an hour in. I should have started earlier,
Yeah.
but I fucking
He's a super cool guy, and
having
actually we're
anal
thinking
sex
about
yesterday.
what?
huh? I was having anal sex.
Okay. While listening to my podcast,
no, I was doing that at work.
we are syncing, dude.
But Ben, I don't know. Like he seems like a nice guy, a good person,
Super nice.
And he was
He's
trying
one of
to-
the best guys.
and he was trying to
One
book
of the best
Louis,
guys.
which was pretty cool before Louis Gate.
yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah, that was.
That's not real.
but your window, you haven't fixed your. It's a $65. You haven't fixed your window. What? and
No,
you
I
be-
haven't.
So
It's still broken. It's
Yeah.
broken outside right now. I don't want to fix it until
but
like
what's the people don't know like what's going on with your window? Why?
my window won't roll up or down. It's off the track,
Okay.
and that's it. That's all that's wrong with it. So I jimmied it so it stays in one spot. And it started as like a motivational thing. You might get this kind of mindset where you put yourself in uncomfortable situations when you're going to go into like self-employment
Yep.
as a reminder of the fear of failure.
Yep.
Like a neck tattoo. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it started as just like where it's just like money is so tight that you can't even spend $65 to get your window fixed for the winter that is here now. You know what I mean? And it's just like I put a blanket on the seat and I don't want to fix it until tax season's over.
Okay.
That's all that is. It's just a reminder of when I drive my car. I'm like, I fucking hate that it's cold. And then just don't be there again. You know what I mean? So be smart with everything you do. That's what it is.
Well, that's kind of what I do when I'm very cheap and frugal with myself because I know that every once in a while I'll go off the rails and then, like I said, spend a bunch of money.
Well, you've been really good, right?
Huh?
You've been really good lately this year, right?
Yes.
I was a little hesitant. Okay. You've been... you want me to rephrase it? You've been really good the last couple of months, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna cut back a little bit. I have been going out a little bit more than usual. I went to the Dells.
Right.
Then I
Yeah.
went to Florida for the next day, basically.
But I mean, come on, man. Like with the things that happened to both me and you.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, I could have like when I think about all the mistakes I made in the last 3 years, I could have gone to Japan, been there for a while, decided I want a cheap hooker, gone to the Philippines, got one, brought it back to Japan, and done that for like 2 weeks in a row.
Brought the Filipino.
Yeah, like it was
Get
just
her
like,
a
that's
passport.
what I could have done with how much money I wasted. And it's just like, yeah, there's gonna be like you went to the Dells, you went to Florida.
I was $4,000 in a day. You were $10,000 in a month or something on drugs. It was 10.
Oh, that
right?
was way. I mean, yeah. If you want to go that far back, then I could have done Japan. I would be in Japan right now.
You could have done a world tour,
I could have done a world tour.
but that was $10,000 in 1 month.
Yeah, in 1 month.
Well, that's
One month. Yeah. Oh man. What a fucking. What a hoot.
Yeah. But besides that, I've been better with money. But I've been having going on a little bit like too much the last few weeks. And then I talked to her. I was like, we gotta slow down. Like,
Yeah.
we kind of going out. And then it was. I don't know if you guys been to Wisconsin, but if you order a drink in Wisconsin, a normal drink is a double. So I remember like when I was hanging out with people, like, oh, they get a drink, they're like double, and everybody's ordering double. So that's like a regular drink in Wisconsin is a double. Those people drink a lot.
Like shot wise?
No, like the regular drinks they get, they're all doubles. Like when I hung out with, well,
they're big drinking.
Yeah.
They're big into drinking.
They have, they're most, I think, bars per capita than something. It's like Wisconsin and Chicago. Because when I remember I went to L.A., I couldn't find any bars or nothing. Because it's like you're used to having a bar like in every corner.
Wouldn't everything be like a dual business out there anyway? Like it's like
it's like a club.
Club, strip club, and then also a bar. If you, like I don't know.
They should burn the place down. So when did you got into a relationship before me? Because we were both single doing stand up, and then there was a pandemic. Mm-hmm. And during the pandemic, I was still having like my random sex. Yeah. With, I think I was having more sex during the pandemic.
You were spacing it out. You put a limit on yourself.
It was Fridays only, right? I can only have sex on Fridays, maybe Saturdays. It was Fridays and Saturdays was my rule because I want to work during the week and be productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at that time, sex involved like drugs and drinking, and then it was a whole thing.
Spending money and the machacho kind of thing, right?
No, not
That's
really.
what you talked about.
The money, I didn't spend that much. It was really
buying drinks and stuff for people.
No, it was. I think most people were just coming over, right?
Okay.
I really didn't go. I stopped going out. Really, it was just coming over, and then it was like, quote unquote, I'll call it a sex party, right? Mm-hmm. So I'd come over, I drink, I do pot, allegedly maybe a little bit of Molly. Mm-hmm. and then drink and edibles, and I do it all at once. Like I said, the moderation thing. Like during the week, work nothing. Oh, I'll try to fast, limit my carbs, and Friday, I was like all at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very. That's like the most Buddhist thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's very Zen. Limit your carbs. Sex on Friday and Saturdays only. That's how you find nirvana.
Well, I don't know about you, but because with me is I know myself and I have to set all these rules. I mean, like I said the C word earlier, but for the most part, I try not to curse, right?
Yeah.
Like even when I message my girl, when I message her things, I message her certain things, and I'll put the little asterisk in the U, right? So if it's gonna be like, it's a nice thing, I'll put the F. But if it's like a sexual thing, like I want to come in your ass or something like that, I'll put, that's not a fuck word. Oh, I'm cursing. Whatever. I won't do the asterisk if it's a hardcore sexual text message.
You won't do an asterisk? What?
Okay. So let's say I was going to text you, Brennan, I love you, right? Uh-huh. And that was my text to you. No, I fucking love you, Brennan, right? That sounded weird coming out and looking at you, but let's say I was going to send you that text. If I were going to send you that text, I'd probably put an asterisk because it's a nicer thing to say. But if it was a Brennan, I want to, after I record the podcast, I want to go home and fuck you in the ass.
Okay.
I'd leave the U, right?
Where's the asterisk in that?
In the U.
Okay.
Do you guys understand what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Nope.
I'm trying to be a better person.
Okay.
I'm trying to be, anyways, but when did you start? How did you get into a relationship?
Well, I'm still trying to comprehend the asterisk that you're talking about right now. I don't even know, actually. It just kind of like happened. I think I was still working, I was making pizzas at Cairo.
Because you had like 4 jobs at this time, right?
I probably had more, dude. I probably had like 7 or 8 at like one time. Just every side gig I could get. Craigslist, other contracting jobs, my other side jobs, my day job, and it was just nuts. Mm-hmm. And then somewhere...
You decided to be a line cook?
Yeah.
You said you worked at Cairo? With Andrew and Tony and all them?
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk after this.
Okay.
All right.
You have a relationship with Cairo?
I love Andrew and Tony.
Do I know them?
They're pretty great.
Yeah.
I know the lady who would yell at me.
The lady the mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would always yell at me when I go
Dude,
there.
one time, their dad, I was on the phone sweeping and mopping after, I would just work normal, and then it was I was working 16, 18-hour days every day. You know, it was just my routine. Mm-hmm. And Cairo was kind of chill. I would catch up on phone calls, and their dad caught me on the phone talking. He's like, "No phones," and I was just like, "I'm gonna talk on the phone. I can sweep and talk on the phone. I'm not doing anything. It's slow." And he comes in and he sees me again. He walks out and he goes, "I clocked you out for lunch." And I was like, "Okay," you know what I mean? I'm not gonna bust. I'm not gonna be like, "Whoa, what the fuck do you mean, dude? That's my $17.50 you're taking." You know what I mean? Or not even $7.50. I'm not gonna shake him down for a half hour. I'm just gonna keep working. And then he comes, he's like, "I clocked you off for lunch." And I was like, "I understand." Okay, but it's like I'm not really here to like I'm here as a buffer to my like systems that I'm building, not like, you know, it wasn't a punishment. And I'm like I don't know, let's clean the bathrooms, I guess, you know.
What's your system you're building?
I was just taking as much work as possible to build like a nest egg.
Okay.
For when, like, you know, God decided to fucking punch me in the dick or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have my other window break. I remember, like, you know what it was? I was driving to my day job and I was trying to think of like how to save $200 a month. And I was like, if I could do that, that'd be pretty nice. I was still W-2. And as I'm driving to my fucking shitty job, I'm like, how can I save $200 a month? And then this fucking rock just goes, pew, right on the windshield. And I was like, oh, never mind. God fucking hates me. And I have to, like, that's still fucking broken too. And so it's like I have my broken window. I have 2 broken windows in the car that I just look at every day and go, just like, I never want to make fucking shitty pizzas and be yelled at. But, you know, like I don't know what it is. It was like we're just like, you know, this 750. Like I guess it is to some people, like 750 and like a half hour is a gift. Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not gonna fucking like, you know, walk in the dirt on my knees for it either. It's like, just fucking chill out. But yeah, but Cairo people are good people.
But Cairo people. So okay, this is okay. Let me run it back. How'd you? Oh, I forgot. I don't think you told me. How'd you start into this relationship? How did this start? Where'd you meet this girl?
Friend of a friend.
Oh, friend of a friend. All right. So it wasn't because you didn't have any luck with the apps, right? You met Ariel. You met a friend. Did you meet other people or?
I every once in a while.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't like crazy. Like sometimes you hear these like they're just pulling they're like, I'm fucking blah blah blah. It's just like, what do they look like, man? You know, whereas it's like I feel like a couple of them might look like Giovanni or something. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. I think I have a, you know, personality.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then like people there saying that they're pulling that much trim off it. It's just like, some of them have like D- personalities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, every window on their car is broken.
You know what? So this would help me out, right? So the first time I hung out with my current girlfriend now, she was talking to me, and then she was talking to another guy. I think she was talking to the other guy on Facebook dating. This guy kind of helped me out because the other guy he had a DUI. He didn't have a car, right? And they were kind of planning to hang out, and he was like, well, maybe we can hang out, but my mom's coming over first. Do you think you could pick me up? And she's like, look, I'm not going to pick you up the first time we ever hang out.
So you would want to try and hide it.
Yeah, or at least that. Maybe hide it or put an effort.
What season was it?
This is okay. So we hung out.
Was
on
it
12th,
warmish out?
December.
Could you take a bike?
No, because we hung out the first time December 12th, so it was right around that
so
time.
So you can't
December.
lie about a carbon footprint. You can't meet at the park or anything like that.
No. But like you can meet at a bar, you could walk, you could take an Uber. Then the guy's like, well, she told him like you could take an Uber. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Or and the guy's like, I really.
You know what you do is you plan the date at 7:30. Have your mom drop you off at 7.
Yeah.
And then just be like, oh, I'm a little early.
Yeah, we even talked about it.
Mom, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we even talked about it. It's like you put a little bit of effort, get a friend to drop you off, take an Uber.
Something,
right? Something, right?
Something.
And the guy was like, well, I don't want to take an Uber, right? And then he's like, you know, and I have social anxiety. So it was like, and then I don't feel I'm a suave person or any of that stuff whatsoever. But I came in and I was up editing this podcast, one of these episodes. I was up at night editing podcast, allegedly on something that is this color.
Come on.
Okay.
It could be milk, right? I buy that grass-fed
You were
organic
on milk?
Yeah.
It could be, right? We don't know, but it was white.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was milking. Actually, milking is when a chick makes a guy come by like fingering his prostate. I think that's what she was showing me. Anyways, yeah, that's all right. Anyways, so I was milking. No, I was editing the podcast, and she was out, and I saw on Snap, and then I sent her a Snap, and then she was like, I think I said something like, oh, if you wanted something about hanging out, and I was like, if you would want to eat any food right now, what would you eat? She's like, I like seafood. I was like, let's get sushi tomorrow. And it was like, done. We set a date, blah, blah, blah. So on my hand, I guess I came in kind of like manly and aggressive, like, this is what we're going to do. I'll pick you up. And the dude was like...
No, I think you came in as fun, you know, and willing to be
fun,
a human person. You know what I mean? It's just, that's what it is.
So that guy kind of helped me out because it was like there was social anxiety. My mom's coming over.
It's like if that guy's where he's at, I feel like he should. I don't know about that. Jeez, come on, man. But it's like, shouldn't you like take up like be like, I'm going to take a break and figure me out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No apps. I don't need to meet people. Fucking, you know, read.
I've taken breaks.
Yeah.
I didn't read a book. I should.
I don't know. Well, I just said that. You know, I'm not doing that shit.
I'd love to read, but you know.
I don't. Did you know? I just learned this that when people read like fiction books, like like Harry Potter and stuff, they can see like Harry Potter happening while they read.
Yeah, I used to read. Yeah. I used to have imagination.
I've okay. All right. Don't fucking step on me, dude.
I was young. I was 5.
I can't see it.
I was 5.
I've never seen it. I just found out like last month. I read wrong my whole life.
Dude, I used to see Pony Boy and all those dudes in what was that book where they had switchblades and those tight shirts with Pony Boy.
West Side Story?
The Outsiders. Right?
Outsider?
I think it was The
I was
Outsider.
going to say West Side Story, too.
Yeah, no, they had that Puerto Rican chick. Can you pull her up? I just want to see how she looks.
That's a fictional... You just said a book.
Yeah, The Outsiders
Can
is
you
a book.
pull a picture of the girl that was written?
The Puerto Rican chick in West Side Story. She wasn't thick or anything, which I don't like.
Yeah, can you... After that, can you pull up Mr. Forgetful? I want to see that one, too.
Hey, what...
Do you remember Mr. Men books?
No, Mr. Men.
Yeah.
You're the second person today this week to tell me about this fucking shit. I've never read these ever.
It looks like a living blue ball. What is this?
Well, that's Mr. Forgetful. That's just one fucking 6-page book.
Is it Mr.
Is this for kids? Or?
Mr.
Yeah,
Men?
it was for kids, and then I couldn't read. Yeah, Little Miss Chatterbox. That's
I've never in my life.
It kind of looks like a Schoolhouse Rocks, maybe.
It was kind of Mr. Greedy,
Mr. Nobody. Look at poor Mr. Nobody.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hey, Little Miss Chatterbox.
I read all these, and
well, it's just a movie with. Who is that?
Well, they really
Jared
updated
Leto?
it now, huh?
Yeah, right.
What's his name? He's in stuff.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto. I just saw him in something. No, I didn't. That was Zac Efron. All right, I'm gonna say this.
That was not. All right.
Yeah, I read these books for way too long because I couldn't read really well as a kid, and like when people were reading books without pictures.
Were you dyslexic?
I think I might. I don't know, something. So what happened was like when I would read, I had weak eyes, so they would skip over the page. So it seemed like I wasn't reading anything. And they're like, this kid can't read. And then they would just make me read these books in 4th fucking grade that are a sentence on a page.
It's one sentence in their picture. These people they look like little...
and I'm reading
Humpty
books
Dumpkins.
on like how Mr. Forgetful forgot to go to work on time.
Mr. Forgetful is Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey... Ivy Sanchez was just here.
But yeah, and then like in 5th grade, they found out, they're like, oh, you're not like an idiot. You're just...
How'd they find out you weren't an idiot?
I don't someone that cared about their job and looked like did the eye exam the proper way found out. They're like, he needs like eye therapy.
What's eye therapy? So this is not just glasses. It's like a...
No, I had to work out my eye muscles and like do like weird...
Sounds like something
I'd
Joe
like
Rogan
foul
would
a finger like for like literally like 20 minutes. I had to like go like this as far as I could. I had to like stretch out my peripherals and like I had to do it.
So it's a muscle thing, or
yeah, no. So I had to do it in an even line and foul because I couldn't. I would like it would shake like all over the place.
I never heard of this. Is just what is it called?
I don't know.
You know this thing.
Weak eyes.
Weak eyes.
I had them pussy eyes as a kid, you know, and I had to straighten them up.
You messaged me.
That's why I started smoking.
You met cigarettes or?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you messaged me. What did you message me? There was something there. Monsanto's making GMO gay corn or what? Do you remember what you messaged me? I forgot.
Oh yeah. So that was kind of how I was dealing with the pandemic for a while. And I think it might have been.
And the other thing was the patents. We'll start with that one.
I think I might have been going down a little spiral right there.
Okay.
I was reading patents every day that were coming out.
Yeah.
And then like
you showed me one. Was it a dildo?
I showed a lot of people them. Yeah. Some Russian came out with a new vibrator that's coming out in a few years, and there's also some geometric board game, but also Monsanto patented. I think it's like 2 strands of sterile corn, soybean, and cotton, and then they also patented a way to like how they make hybrid seeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like nobody can make these hybrid seeds like they can because they have a patent on it. And it was like, then Joe Biden made Mr. Monsanto, what's it called, head of agriculture.
Oh, for real? I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, dude.
Is that the trans guy?
No. That's someone with health.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Did you see? Oh, you guys don't know Spanish. It was funny. I saw a meme. It was Trump was on the top. Or no, Biden was on the top, and then Trump was on the bottom. That sounds like a sexual position, but it wasn't. It was just, split or whatever. And then he's asking me, he's like, ¿Tienes el clave del Wi-Fi? Like, you have the Wi-Fi password. And then Trump was on the bottom. He's like, chinga tu madre. I thought it was funny. It was actually, I think I saw Legal Aliens on that one. I like how Legal Aliens, the group, has turned into just like a Latin meme page.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's extra horny in there.
There was titties.
It's so fucking horny in that group, dude. I don't understand.
We're Latinos. Why do you think so many of us, dude? We just want to fuck, dude. We're fucking savage.
People.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna have to start banning people from that fucking group. They're gonna get everyone zucked in that fucking group.
I added somebody. I just added the dude from Florida who's always putting memes up. So I was like, all right. I sent him a request. He just accepted it.
What is this group?
Legal Aliens. So the podcast before me is Abi and some Puerto Rican.
First of all, he's Guatemalan.
Oh, he is?
Jose Sal Gonzalez.
Oh.
Yeah, for shame on you.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so we have a Facebook group for the show.
Yeah.
Called Legal Aliens. And every fucking time there's a new post in that group, I know it's going to be tits or somebody eating ass or some shit that has nothing to do with anything comedy or the show. Yeah, let's see what we got in here.
Wait, is that the group, though? This is the page,
no, this
though.
Is the page.
You got to go to the group.
It's The Legal Aliens. It's the group. The Legal Aliens. Here we go. There it is. Just, I mean, it's.
There's a one I just said. Oscar put it up. Oscar Cuchillo episode, I think 2 or something of the podcast, 3, 4 in the top 5. ¿Cuál es la clave del Wi-Fi? Chinga tu madre. So basically, Mr. Biden or President Biden, he's the president now, right? Yeah, President Biden is asking for the Wi-Fi code, and Mr. Trump is on the bottom saying, fuck your mom. But instead of saying fuck your mom, it's like go fuck yourself. But the direct translation is fuck your mom. Like in Spanish, the direct translations don't have the essence or whatever with what they're trying to say. So
actually, you know what? Here's one that I've always wanted answered. So I was told que pues translates to what fart.
When she says about my tongue game. Oh, so this one there's an Oreo, and the other Oreo it looks like one of them Greek dudes. So
yeah.
So I was at what were we saying? She could do the tongue.
I asked you for the literal translation.
I'm so fucking horny, dude. I'm so fucking horny. This is out of control. But okay, the que pues?
Yeah, I was told that translates, if it was like in English, it means like what fart.
What que pues? Pues it's just what really? Because que pues like what's it's kind of like what's going on? What's going on?
But like in English, it's like
it's que and then pues. What's pues? Go to Google Translate and type in PUES. PUES. No, I saw that because the other day, yesterday, in front of my friend, she opened a Starburst. I'm just really horny, dude.
Yeah, I get. Oh, is that what this is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you should have done, like some maintenance, like.
I don't masturbate. I stopped masturbating.
That's so Buddhist, dude.
No, I'm masturbating so I can put like bigger loads in my girl. Really, that's it. Yeah. I don't know. Is that what the Buddha? That's his teachings.
I think so.
One with each other, and it's
from what I remember. Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, what I do, and I have a record when they come out, or I'm there watching in the bathroom, allegedly.
Yeah,
she's okay with me talking about this.
Are you asking me?
No. She's cool with it. You know,
you looked at like she's okay with me talking. Like I haven't. I'm like I'm not. I don't know. Yeah. I've never met her.
Like pee it out or something. I like. I'm nasty. I never realized how nasty I was, and now that I have somebody where I can push my limits with, it's getting.
I think you're filled with testosterone right now. I can like you're just like I need to fuck something.
I mean, I busted this morning and last night, but I don't know. I just
yeah.
Maybe it's you guys. You guys aren't bad looking dudes. I'm not gay.
I'll take it. Yeah.
So how'd you meet your girl?
Well, I was studying the Buddha. A friend of a friend.
He can't have. Oh, a friend of a friend, right?
Friend of a friend. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because we went to the apps and then it's like.
I think. No, I was still on the apps when we first met, and then it got deleted pretty shortly after.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know what happened with like her ex or whatever, and then it was pretty smooth transition into the next relationship. It seemed like for her, and it was like a weird adjustment for me because it was like
I've been single forever.
Yeah, it feels like forever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and
a
like having somebody like say like, do you have any toilet paper? And I go, paper towels. And like what? And I'm like, what do you mean what? Like, you know, it's an adjustment.
Yeah.
And then like being that, you know, it was weird, like being asked, like, do you have a strainer? Like, do you have a strainer? And I'm just like, for what? She's like, pasta, the cooking. And I'm just, and like, I remember like, I was like, I can make one. And I grabbed like a styrofoam bowl and just poked it. Like, there you go, strainer, own one. I can make them any day of the week that you want. And then I don't know, I'm getting more used to it. It's more comfortable with it.
Like, okay, so she noticed this. I don't know. Do you pee in the toilet? I don't. Do you pee in the toilet, James?
Do I pee in the toilet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I don't. Normally I would always pee in the normally in my house I'd pee in the sink, right? But with my roommate, we both pee in the sink.
Sometimes, you know, I switch it up.
But we switched to this to this bucket thing that we leave in the bathroom.
You don't pee in my sink.
No, I don't pee in your sink.
Okay.
No.
A bucket, and then like what? You like throw it out the window like in the medieval times?
All right, I there's more. No, I do that in my car, sort of. But like, so in my car, I got this longer tumbler thing, right? And then the seal came off, and I would always, you know, you're driving, and then I don't like to pull over to go to gas, because this is the old me was I'd have to go to shows and mics, so I'd get off of work, straight to a mic, straight to a show, and I didn't want to waste time. I always like just on time to get things, because I was always going. So I was like, I don't have time. Big Dick Chris Condren. Anyways, and I don't know, John McCone's, he's black, but I don't think it's that. Right. Anyways,
come on.
So there's a notification on Facebook. He's records podcast too. It posts a lot on Facebook. A lot, John. He posts a lot. Anyways, he does. But anyways,
you hear that, John? You post too much.
You post a lot. It's fun. It's like it's therapy. I don't know. Anyways, so I drive, right, and then you do this too, because in construction, like we were talking about this. I pee in my car. And then I poured out the door because I don't want to spill in a gas station. Like,
well, it made sense when you said it.
Yeah,
but I always would stop at gas stations. But
you would, but you've shit in a bucket, dude.
Yeah, because we used to like work in like condemned buildings with no plumbing.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't want to pull over.
My shit in the bucket story.
Yeah, and I was telling my friends about how it works. Anybody in construction, this is a common thing.
Pool noodle.
Yeah,
you cut the pool noodle in the middle or in the side, and then you wrap it around the bucket, and you also put a garbage bag in. And then you take the pool noodle,
bucket.
And then you put the pool noodle. You get a seat, and it locks in your garbage bag. And then
when you shit, and this is common. Shit in a bucket is very
super common.
Yeah, it's very plumbing or construction. You work in buildings with no plumbing. Like, you're not gonna shit.
Or I mean, honestly, it's some people they're like, you do not shit in the customer's house. You go in the truck and you go in a bucket or something. Like, you just don't do it. You know what I mean?
I get it.
That's just, I don't know.
I don't want the help shitting in my house. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But the peeing thing, right? So then I have this thing, right? And then so I had this moment, like this thing. I'm not single. I'm single, then I'm not single, right? So I'm in the car. We went to Adele's and I'm charging my car, or whatever. I have to charge my car. So anyways, it's electric. So then we're charging on the way to the Dells, and then I don't want to brag, but it's whatever. We're charging my car, right? And it's like, hey, and I was like, I gotta pee, and I was like, you know what? We're very open about everything. It's like, and I was like, look, usually I don't go to pee places. I'm gonna tell you, I just And I showed it. Oh, this is what happened because she grabbed. It was to her side, right? And she grabbed the tumbler, right? And as she's grabbing it, she's like, "Oh, you can something about water." I was like, "Oh, you can use this." I was like, "No, don't grab that, don't grab that." I was like, "What? That's my pee bucket, or that's my pee tumbler, right?"
I got you.
And she was like, "Let it go." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, look, I try to be efficient in my life, so I go to shows, and I used to go to shows or whatever, and I didn't want to waste time. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna die, dude. You know what I mean? We don't have only so many hours." You can make money and resources, but time you can't kind of get
Kids,
back.
you're gonna die. Pee in the car.
Yeah, so there's only a limited amount of time and hours in a day, right?
Yeah.
Especially when I was working full time, I just tried to be as efficient as I could for the most part. So I was like, I'm not gonna pull over. I'll just pee in this thing. So I had that in there. It was my pee tumbler, and she was like, I was like, all right,
you're driving like company cars, and you're also driving like with people that are like, we're not stopping because I want to go fucking home.
Yeah, and my friends would pee in there. We would pee. Not on each other, but like,
right?
Yeah, would pee like, hey, I'm on the way. He's like, here, just look away. I'm gonna pee and whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, this is a single to not single moment. I was like, all right, so this is what I do. I don't like pull over. I like to pee.
Yeah.
And she's like, then pee, go ahead. So then I peed in the thing. I was like, let me watch. I was like, for sure. And then I peed, and then it was a good moment.
Have you ever had a girl try and like pee aim for you?
What's pee aim?
Where they're like, I want to aim your wiener while you pee.
No.
I remember, so I had it one time with like an ex a long time ago. They wanted to do it, and I was like, okay, I guess so.
So just hold your thing?
Like I want to be a fireman today with your wiener.
Oh,
like,
okay.
And that's what they did. And then
in the toilet?
In the toilet, yeah, that's like on paper what they wanted to do. But what happened was I started peeing, they started shake laughing, and I just peed all over my fucking toilet and on the floor. And I'm like peeing, going like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like I'm sorry. And it's like pee on the fucking toilet paper, pee on the hand. It's like nothing went in.
Who blamed who? Like, did you blame her? Did she blame you?
Yeah, I was like, this is your fault.
And what did she? What did she say? She apologized to defend herself?
Nope, just laughed and left the room probably.
Oh.
I don't even remember. I just remember pee everywhere.
Allegedly, I was out yesterday, right? And then I went to pee, and then she was like, why don't you record it and send it to me? So then I recorded myself peeing. I've never done that before. And then went back to the table and then airdropped it. So she's a video of me peeing.
That's pretty romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys at a restaurant or like what happened? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a ganache or something.
Gnocchi.
Oh, it's some potato paste pasta and a vodka sauce. It was very good. I had gnocchi. I only had a little bit of the bread because I'm trying to avoid more carbs. Even though the gnocchi's carbs, but I try to avoid gluten and things like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Are you eating better? I know there was a point you were kind of vegan, eating better, and you were taking the funny pictures on Instagram of the stuff you were eating. I don't know if you were eating that or was that you're being funny or
like my lunch.
Yeah, was those
like
your actual lunches?
Yeah, for the
Are
day.
They? Can you bring up a broken laptop guy? His Instagram. I don't know if some of these were real or not.
I don't think it's on my Instagram.
Wasn't?
I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. I don't even know what's on my Instagram.
Go to broken laptop.
Broken.laptop.guy.
Yeah, there it is.
That's me.
I like that. It's fun.
That picture of me was taken in high school. I was probably
like a fucking like
that's a fake mustache.
Dust Bowl grandpa.
That's a fake mustache.
Como Pancho Villa.
What are we looking for?
Just keep scrolling down. There's gonna be you'll see weird food.
Okay.
And nope, it's on my Facebook, so never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but one of them was like pickle or just salt.
It was.
Are you eating better?
I am eating better. I've been trying to eat less red meat for 3 days now, and I did it, and I'm kind of done with that. And I've been trying. So what I try and do is incorporate like a vegan dish or two a week. Mm-hmm. And this is how I go to Whole Foods. You know what I mean? It's not like a brag or anything, but it's like I like Whole Foods. I don't care.
I gotta go and get some.
I go to the produce. I don't buy like some crazy weird like Himalayan chips that are $8. You know, which they have there. Which I look at it, and I it's just like, I don't know what it is. You know, it's like it's stupid. And you know what's? Have you heard these Beyond Burger patties?
Yeah.
Like first of all, I think they're pretty good.
They're fine.
They're fine. But everyone's just like,
I'd rather
it's
eat
so
shit.
fucking conscious and stuff
I
like
really
that.
would rather. I would let somebody shit in my mouth.
Well, how much fucking packaging does 2 burger patties fucking need?
What comes in it?
2 fake burgers, and it's like wraps like it's like I don't know.
Because it's not real meat.
Yeah, but it's like
soy
it's
based.
so like they're like we're so fucking green and shit like that, and how much unrecyclable plastic comes in that fucking box?
Let's see, beyond me. I'm
It should come in a Ziploc baggie.
no soy, no gluten. All right, that one doesn't have soy gluten. Okay, 35% less saturated.
Yeah, there's like
So much plastic.
cardboard and plastic.
Yeah, it's
then
like
another
it
piece of
defeats the
plastic.
purpose of itself.
Yeah.
That's you being selfishly vegan. I feel like.
I don't know
Like,
who.
I'm
They're
vegan.
probably owned by Pepsi or something. I'm assuming. I don't know who
Probably.
owns Beyond Beef. Look, this thing is. Well, look, I'm not a vegan, right? My friend and one of my best friends, Florida, they're vegans, and they have that place, Vegan Junkie, which is delicious food, and all their stuff is really good. And then I'll go there and I'll eat there because their stuff is amazing. But I'm not going to Burger King
Yeah.
to get I'll just get a fucking Whopper. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do it. I feel like if you're gonna go out to that extreme, maybe just have some vegetables and fruits and
Just
quinoa.
have a normal diet, I guess. You know.
If I'm gonna
is
have,
what
I'll just have a normal.
But I
burger.
used to also be a vegetarian for 4 years.
How'd you start vegetarian and eating?
Somebody told me in high school that I couldn't do it. And then I did it, and then I just never went back.
Who told you? Was it
I don't
a male or
remember.
female? No.
I have no idea. I can't remember. I remember somebody was like, "You can't do it," and I was just like 18. It was like,
Give me that celery.
Like, yeah. And then I ended up doing it for 4 years, and what broke me on being a vegetarian was tamales. I wanted a tamale.
Shout out to Nancy.
And then when I broke and went back to eating meat, I ate I ate a tamale, a pork tamale, and 2 hamburgers, and fucking what's the tomato juice. And when you
tomato juice?
just like regular tomato juice, and when
I used to get that on
you
planes.
don't eat meat for 4 years and you eat that much meat, you get deathly ill. Like I just fucking like an hour went by and I had food poisoning. I was sick, and it was like the most disgusting red vomit shit, whatever the fuck. Like it was coming everywhere. It was coming everywhere, and I was like living at home at the time, and I was just like in the bathroom for like 2 hours.
At home with your parents?
Yeah, at the time.
Your dad's white.
Yes.
Your mom is Mexican.
Yes.
Do you like? How's your relationship? I never asked you. Like mine is me and my dad, and then I love my mom,
Right.
and my dad's alive, right? I sent him money the other day on Facebook
Oh, did you?
or Western Union, right?
Yeah.
And then what are your parents like? I know your dad. They don't talk a lot, but I feel like your mom would talk more because she's Mexican. No.
Well, no.
Like-
Have we gone over the?
We went over the Christmas, right? Where it's like you have like a ginger ale. How does Christmas go? Just a quick recap. The Christmas, you guys go.
Well, we used to have tamales from El Milagro,
Uh-huh.
and that was the tradition, and then that stopped a few years ago, and now
Why did it stop?
I don't know, laziness. It's just they don't want it. Like my family is like very small. It's just me that hang out on holidays. It's me, my parents, my grandma. And it was my great uncle until probably 2 years ago. No.
You're an only child?
Yeah. And I grew up in like a very, like, it was always deathly quiet. Like, quiet. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was with my grandma all the time.
Mexican grandma.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Is she the one who paints?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like I was always alone, like in the backyard. That's just how my life was. It was just always like super quiet, nothing going on, and and then I think when I got older and started like liking things that had life in it, you know what I mean? It was like you were
shunned.
Yeah, it was like no one could comprehend it. It was like living in like what have you guys? Do you guys get the Giver reference?
Yes. Yeah. Have you read The Giver?
I was the fucking Giver.
Okay, for people who don't know, spoiler alert if you haven't read the book, The Giver, everything's black and white in that line.
I grew up in that.
And at the
book.
end, for the first time, it was an apple. They see color, and it's like, what the fuck is this? And that's when they open theirs. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Is it the first time they ever do that trope in like anything? Like any
it's
media?
not that old, I don't think.
How old is The Giver?
It's pull it up.
Why am I
Pull it
asking
up.
you? I have Google.
Pull up. Is this regular Google or is this Chinese Google?
Duck, duck, go. No, this is Google.
The Giver. Yeah, that's the book.
That's the book.
That's
a
the
good book.
fucking book.
He's like, yeah. English. Yeah, English. Was it 1990? Is that what I saw?
93. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, the book is Oh, 93, first edition. Yeah, 1993. I read it in middle school when I went to school. And
Yeah, I think I read it probably around 6th grade.
yeah.
So I don't know.
So you started doing like, what was one of the first? You remember one of the first things that you did? They were like, oh, that was fun. When did you discover fun, or something that isn't just?
Probably. Well, we were like pyros as a kid. We used to shit. Probably when I started having fucking friends.
Okay.
Probably. You know what I mean? It was
You
like
discovered fire like a caveman.
yeah, and then
The fire bad.
and then we got into like fucking Pink Floyd and pot, and everybody kind of chilled out, and you know, yeah, probably 8th grade was when I like started like kind of coming out of my shell.
When was the first time you got high? Or not smoke? Because the first time I smoked, I didn't get high because the marijuana that I smoked was drenched in alcohol for months. It's a Mexican thing. You get weed, you put in alcohol, and then you take that. It's basically what CBD does, and you rub it on your joints. Or on your joints. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Sure.
It's Mexican. It's an old Mexican tradition.
Sure.
Like, that's whatever.
That's how you make, like, tinctures and shit.
What is it?
Tinctures? Like, you soak something in alcohol, and then that, like, extracts the...
Yeah.
So
So we took that weed, me and my half black friend Jerome, and then shout out to Jerome. His mom was cool. She was white, but she was not. Look, you weren't at Rachel Dolezal. You knew you were white, but she had African queen. She was a black dude. But she was one of the nicest ladies I ever heard. I generally like. I'm not gonna say the L word, but I generally respected her. She was a great mom. But you know,
yeah,
like that black dick. But anyways, but she was awesome. And I had dumplings for the first time because I remember growing up, I didn't have meatloaf dumplings. These were new foods. So I went there. I was like, what's a dumpling? I didn't have these type of foods.
Yeah.
But
well, it's like, I think also food was like kind of like interesting too, because it was like I was on the road a lot or like playing baseball all the time. I don't think people realize
pitcher.
I played pitcher, first base, and right field.
Okay,
that was it. I was brought up to do that. I was like, you know, like those travel baseball kids where they're like fucking super into baseball and like really good. I was that kid, except I was the kid on the team that was like, they're like, don't you love baseball? I was like, no, I don't. I fucking hate baseball. I like Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Did you get pushed into by your dad, or how'd you end up in baseball?
Yeah, my dad was really into sports and stuff like that, and like, so he's a Marine or a former Marine.
Hoorah!
Yeah,
John McComb is a former Marine.
Yeah, and who?
John McCombs.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
He's a former Marine and somebody else. Alex. No, he's Army. Okay, continue.
Yeah, but it was like, that was my life was baseball. If it was like, you know, and it was like, I couldn't quit. You know what I mean? I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, because your dad.
There's so much dynamics behind it. I'm not gonna get into it. But I also did art on the side, and basically, when my parents started like being the main adult in my life, art, but I had to like do it like kind of in secret because it was like a problem. So I don't know, like, you know, because I liked Pink Floyd. I liked drawing weird shit, and they're like the fucking Giver people. They're like, why does this thing have like 4 eyes? I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, no, explain it. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. You know, so that's where it became. And then like, I don't know. It was just that's a little bit of like the Brennan Weaver seed.
Brennan Weaver
that came to be, I guess. Yeah.
No, but I was saying the first time and
then I were you looking for like when I first did like cocaine or something?
No, mine was well, I'm gonna start with weed because the weed, like, we dried out the weed.
Yeah.
We try to smoke it. We're at some resort or something. I think it was a timeshare. They try to give you the speech, and then we were there, and we got aluminum foil and made it into a pipe, and when they're smoking this alcohol that has everything, all the THC, it's extracted from it already. We don't know. We're whatever, 12. I don't know what age we were.
Yeah.
And then it was like we didn't get high. But then my first time I got high, I remember I was having a ramen noodle soup. It was in the parking lot when I was caddying, and I was like 16, and some dude at 18, like I hit it and it hit, and I laughed, and I remember I vomited out some of the ramen noodle soup a little bit. That was Maruchan brand, and I laughed and I really enjoyed myself. And then my older friend went and was like, he got really aggressive, like, yo, he can't handle that. Why are you getting high? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then I smoked a few times before there, but I really don't smoke. Right. I fear weed.
Weed never agreed with me. I always was like
too
whacked out on it.
Sam, does that hurt?
I mean, I like pretty much sober now, so.
Oh, you sobered up?
Yeah, I just don't have time
Oh, okay.
for drugs.
That happens. It's a good
Special occasions,
Yeah.
maybe? Acid, nothing?
Like I really do want to do acid again soon, but like, yeah, I mean, just like if it's like 4 a.m. and I'm editing something, I'll do like I have this one hitter right here. Like I'll take one hit.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's like I don't drink ever. It's just I don't know.
I started drinking again.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
But it's like, it's weird because
I saw you drinking in Florida.
I could I could drink now. It's weird. Like,
Yeah.
I could have a few drinks. I've not, like, I drank yesterday. I drank the night before. Now I sound like a drunk. But it's like, but I could drink it.
Drank the night before.
I
I've been
could ha-
drinking for 3 weeks straight.
No, I'm not Jonah Jerkins.
You're a regular Todd Massey over here.
Yeah, but like I it's weird because it's like I've never been able to really handle. But like I can have 1 or 2 drinks or maybe a few, and it's so weird because I never used to be able to do that because it'd be like drink off the rails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can have 1 or 2 drinks. It's like, you know, I needed those, all my little resets and stuff, and the stuff I went through last year for me to whatever. Okay, weed and then cocaine.
Allegedly.
No, not weed, cocaine. So wait, when was the first time you got high?
It's probably sometime in between like summer of
Eighth
eighth
grade,
summer of 8th grade and freshman year of high school.
Do you remember the moment? Do you
No,
like
I
it?
don't.
No?
No, I don't.
I asked this gay black dude named Daniel, caddy, right? He was a caddy, right? And I remember the first time we casually brought up weed the first time he smoked, and I was like, something about weed. He was a Danny Murphy kid. That was a scholarship. They would get inner city kids, and they bring him to go caddy, and they put him into like private schools, right? It was a program, and he was one of the kids. Allegedly, they put a banana on his butt or something. Anyways, but
Okay.
that was a rumor. But he's doing a lot better, right? He's doing a lot better. Because one time I picked him up, and then he got in my car, and I realized, oh, this is not the same person I knew 10 years ago. Like, he's on drugs. Like, yeah. And I was like, oh, and he spent the night, and I was like, fuck. But anyways, like, from my seen on his social media, Daniel, you look like you're doing a lot better. But I remember I asked him the first time, he was like, did you like, we're talking about weed. He was like, did you like it? And he was like, I loved it.
Yeah,
like,
some people are really
like immediately, like it hit. Like I enjoyed it. It was cool, but it wasn't. It was what I really liked was booze.
Yeah. I think it was well, we used to like steal like wine bottles and stuff as kids. Stuff like that. We used to wear the ponchos, those stoner ponchos.
Oh,
the big ass
the
one.
jacket with the thing right here, maybe the Charlotte Hornets or something like that.
And we would just like literally walk past wine and like sleeve one, and then like we would have like we had like a whole system. It was crazy. It was like we stole a lot of wine and cigarettes. That was like our whole thing. We started stealing cigarettes before any of us smoked. What
would you do with them?
Sell them to our friends' older brothers for weed money that we would buy weed from them again. It's a weird cycle. Capitalism, dude.
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
And then like we started smoking and then stopped selling it to them. And then the spot we would steal cigarettes from, our friend's older brother, fucking. So we were like smart about it. We would only take like a carton or 2 at a time. They had a whole thing, and then like we like slowed down and selling it to him, I guess. And then like he just took like 100 cartons from this.
That sounds like a felony, right? That sounds like a felony, right? At that level.
Yeah, it was crazy. He had a duffel bag of fucking cigarettes, and like we would be like, "You ruined it." We had a whole thing. It was like how we got cigarettes as kids. And then we had to start going to, I don't know if this is going to sound like an outdated term, because it is probably, but we go to what we called the Arab store, and we would have to like ride our bike for like 3 hours to get to this one store that we heard about that would sell to us. And it was like crazy. Realize it, like we all were hooked on cigarettes that we would ride our bike 3 hours just to be like afford to get a pack, you know, when it was like raining cigarettes and like wine bottles on us, like earlier.
I was just at a gas station yesterday, and there was 2 girls, right, teenagers, 2 black girls in Zion. They're just standing there, right, and it's funny because it brought me back to my childhood because I park right to go inside to go get a water or something, and then because I don't need to get gas.
Well, you know what's weird about the because like you know how they can't smoke until they're 21 now.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah,
That's
they
what that
can't
is.
smoke till they're 21. And it was like, I was actually, when I was doing all these side jobs, I met a kid who was the last group of kids that were allowed to buy cigarettes when they were 18. And do you know what they had to do, though? They could only buy rolling tobacco and rolling papers and filters. They weren't allowed to buy prepackaged cigarettes. So they had
The government is
I know.
ridiculous,
It's like,
dude.
where it's like, what is that helping? Like, what is that really doing?
They want cigarettes, they got to work for it.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making them like, what is that? I don't even know what the fuck. They can only buy like Bugler and Top, and like, or they're just like, if they smoke, they're gross now or something, like, because you get it all over your fingers and stuff. You got to be really committed to wanting to smoke, I guess, if you're going to do that.
Why'd you start smoking cigarettes? Me and my friends started because of women.
Because they were around us all the time and everybody did it. You know, it was just like what people were doing.
My friend went, he went to DePaul, right? And he
Yeah.
would buy, and he would always go downstairs. These hotter girls would go downstairs and smoke cigarettes. When it was more people would smoke. You could
quit
smoke
smoking,
inside.
didn't you? You used to
Oh
smoke?
yeah, I haven't. Last time I smoked was 3 years ago at this club in Miami that I used to go to.
I
They have
can't
sex
believe
with
that.
strippers.
I've like never even tried to quit or tell myself that I want to.
You know why I quit, right?
No.
I went to Jewel-Osco for people outside of Illinois. It's a grocery store, the best in the world. I love Jewel. I was just thinking like, that's the one place I
little
always go to.
overpriced.
Fuck you. I love Jewel. I don't know what it is. It's like my safe space. I just texted
Yeah.
my friend the other day. I was like, really?
There's a nice selection, though.
Jewel is my safe. I go there. I go to Jewel. There was a point right now before I was dating this girl that I would go to Jewel every day. I would just go. Sometimes I would just walk in. I don't know. And
I
during
do
the
that.
pandemic, I was like, I would just go. I was like, if I had to get out of the house, it's like, I'm going to Jewel. It's the only thing
Yeah.
that was open. I love
Yeah.
Jewel. Anyways, I know the people there, but what the fuck was I talking about?
Why you quit smoking?
Why I quit smoking, right? I was at Jewel, right? And I went to the back, just hanging out at Jewel. They
Yeah.
had great cakes. Oh, man. I was just hanging out at Jewel, and I went to the back to the blood pressure machine. And I was like, da-da-da. And all my blood pressure was high. And I was like, what the fuck? And I remember I started walking from the back to the front. I started Googling all these different things that I can do to lower my blood pressure. And then as I was walking, I realized I smoke cigarettes. I was like, why don't I just do that? And then I just quit. And that's the last time I had a
Get
cigarette.
the fuck out of here.
That's it. That's it, dude.
I remember, like, when I was, like, 19, I once was like, I'm going to try and quit. And everyone's like, okay. And obviously no one gave a shit. And we were at a fucking Potbelly sandwich shop. And I ordered a
Great
sandwich.
sandwiches. I like them.
Well, they put too much mayonnaise on it.
I love
and
mayonnaise.
I punched the fucking shit out of this sandwich in public.
I've done that. Sort of.
And then left, bought a pack of cigarettes and started smoking and went in there and apologized to everybody for punching their sandwich creation.
Did you push it down like this? How'd you punch it?
It was on the table and I'm just like, motherfucking goddamn mayonnaise! Like, it was I don't think I've ever seen anybody treat a sandwich that aggressively.
Hold on. I got one for you. So there was a White Hen pantry when we used to caddy, right? And then I remember
White Hen?
Oh,
Yeah.
rip.
Dang, dude!
Rest in peace. I used to love
Yeah.
going to White Hen, dude.
Yeah, that's where we got the
Their
wine.
breakfast sandwiches were the shit, bro.
Oh man, I used to pre-order. I'd call ahead and get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made for me the way you would make it. Oh, it was delicious. Anyways, before caddying, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
other sandwiches, but this is a one
White
sandwich
Hen, man.
because you can get regular meat or you can get double meat. And I remember I ordered and I opened my sandwich, about to eat it, and they gave you double meat, but I wasn't in the mood for that much meat. I wanted the single meat, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm there with the other cat. He's like, man, dude, they fucked up my shit. I wanted single meat. And then like this guy named Panda, right? He's like, oh, what's the big deal? They gave you extra meat and or something, right? And it just triggered me, and I was like, what? Like, and then I just looked at him and I threw my sandwich at him, right? And then it hit him right in the I feel bad for this. It was a horrible thing,
Yeah.
right?
How old were you?
So I'm glad. 16 to 19.
Yeah,
16
you
to
know,
23. I don't even
hormones.
know.
16 to 23.
I don't know. I started caddying at 16. I stopped caddying this week last summer because I needed money. Yeah. But basically, I remember it hit, and then it was sliding down his chest, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, I'm so bored. And I bought him lunch, and I was like, I don't know what got into me, but it's like, because I get
That sounds like 17 years.
Yeah,
Like, you know, that sounds like 16 to 19.
No, look, I am the one thing I'm a calm person. But one thing that makes me insane, I get so angry with food. Like it's not right. Like the other day, we tried to get the sushi. My girl tried to order me some sushi. We went to this place and they didn't have it the first time, or I went and they were closed. And she called and they're like, "Hey, we ordered it. You're gonna be there. We closed early. Well, like, why don't you call? Whatever."
Yeah.
So then she called back Thursday, and I remember like I didn't eat all day waiting for this sushi, right?
Yeah.
Also, when I got there and then I was like, I showed up and I was trying to talk to the Asian lady. I couldn't understand her at all, right? At all. She just sounded like Mrs. Swan to me. Like she looked like a man, and she was there with this taller white dude, right? Who was the other owner. And he's not saying a word to me. Like, you know English, and I don't know what she was saying. And I'm like, do you have the order? No. I was like, and we just started this relationship, so I don't want her to see me complete psycho. And I told her, look, like, I'm calm outside, but right now, like, I'm deeply insane. Like, but you know what helped me out? I just imagined me taking a bat and beat the old lady into the snow, and it's like video games, you know. I would never do something like that, but it helped me. Like, I beat her half to death in my fantasy when I was laying in bed. And what else? And the old man just looked at me, and then and I left. But then I apologized to her, and I took her flowers to the hospital the next day in my head, in my fantasy.
There's like a missing piece in this story for me. I'm like, wait, what? How did we get here?
I don't
Was it quitting smoking? No, you threw a sandwich at somebody.
I get the same with food, right?
And now you're buying somebody you.
This is all a fantasy, but I didn't really happen.
Okay.
I bought her flower because I'm not a bad person, but it's like, do you have any plugs or last words?
I guess just check out my podcast if you guys would be so kind. BUE's Better Podcast, BEWEE podcast. It's 20 minutes about, so you can take a drive somewhere. Yeah, that's the link on Spotify. That's an episode that is presented right there. Yep, that's it. Check it out. Yeah.
Check it out. When you're an artist, you have art, but you don't sell your art unless you approve of
Correct.
The buyer. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I guess maybe we'll be, I don't know, I guess more news if we'll be running the comedy show in the summer again.
At DC?
But I don't want to, like, make that, like, the plug because I don't know yet.
We don't know yet. I like Ben.
Super
I want to get Ben
Everybody
on. I really liked him.
He's super cool.
Yeah, he seems super cool. To my left, you want to plug yourself, Mr. Webb?
If you would like to start a podcast and you are in the Chicagoland area, you can message me directly at Aclysm, ACLYSM on Instagram. You can also message People of Comedy Network on Instagram or Facebook.com/People of Comedy. We beat the shit out of the industry rates. If you want to,
we rape them.
Okay, you said that. But if you want to do all this fancy shit with cameras and have all the best mics, and I mean, look at the aesthetic in here, Jesus Christ! For not a lot of money, go ahead and hit me up at Aclysm, Instagram, at People of Comedy Network, Instagram.
Hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
You're really growing this thing. It's fucking badass.
Thanks, bro.
You're like the local Red band right now. It's awesome.
I'll take it. You hear that, Brian? You piece of shit! I'm coming for you.
Follow the Lobo
Stay in LA, bitch.
Follow the Lobo Den Podcast. Lobo Den Podcast Instagram. I'm gonna. We got the solo and recorded. It's coming out, and the Patreon, and give me reviews, and I got gear, and I allegedly might do a little rape fantasy. Anyways, Lobo Den. It's gonna be fun.
Lobo Den.